الإعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.
I stood next to all these guys, and I'd be a little bit more concerned with Ramy than I would with anybody else. Let himself go at all, even after his injuries. To me, he would be the person that would shock and awe the crowd more than anyone else. Doesn't do anything. I got 7 Sandals in my house. Like, I think I'm just fine. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Now, never placed outside of the top 5 in any competition I've ever done, ever. At the end of the day, I think it's I'm probably the trophy more than the Sandals.
This is a big year, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a big year for everybody. I think a lot of people want to see that Phil Heath, Brandon Curry. A lot of Phil. I don't know. A lot of people want to see that Phil Heath, Brandon Curry matchup.
That would be awesome.
A lot of people want to see that, Phil. A lot of people want to see the Phil Heath versus Brandon Curry, man.
I think his trainer wants to see it more than anybody. No one really talks about it that much more than him.
That's true. That's true.
Well, he wants to see it. Really.
I mean,
yeah, he loves you both.
I think it's, at the end of the day, I think it's I'm probably the trophy more than the Sandow to that camp.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it, because my name comes up in repeated conversation when really I didn't even compete last year. My name was coming up. Why didn't you talk about Ramy? Because Ramy has beat you every time.
Mm-hmm.
So is it because he doesn't work out at Oxygen anymore? Is that why? It could be that. Or it could just be the fact that, you want to go after who you feel in your heart is the best around.
Yeah.
So
I think it's more that.
It could be any of that. And honestly, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, what matters to me is what Phil wants, because
do it for you.
If you put yourself in my position, I've beaten all these guys. So the last time I lost to Dexter or he placed higher than me was 2009.
2009.
So imagine that. So that's Dexter.
Yeah.
All those other guys have never placed higher. The last time Victor Martinez placed higher than me was 2007.
That was a great story with Dexter. Remember when they were coming up and Phil said, I'm going to take you. I'm going to take you. And slowly 2 years. And you never saw him again.
So those are those things. It's like, well, in my opinion, it's like, guys, you had 10 plus years to go figure this out. I mean, so I don't know. I think I bring more excitement than they do. And I think that's just the reason why people want it, and that's due to the fact that I worked my ass off for those 10 plus years and be, top 10. I mean, I've never placed outside of the top 5 in any competition I've ever done, ever. So I know that, they're dealing with their own, identity because of what other athletes have said about the Olympia win. And at the end of the day, I'll tell Brandon this: Brandon, you won the Olympia. Congratulations. You did your thing. The problem is that you may not be saying it, but your team is saying it, and they're saying the wrong things, and they need to be just focusing on just you and your goals, and that's it. When it comes to me, baiting me and trolling and all this other stuff, that doesn't do anything. I got 7 Sandows in my house. Like, I'm just fine. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Now, if I did decide to, want to throw on some posing trunks again for an audience, you think I would tell you, or do you think I would show you? One person will have a major strength, but until they stand next to someone else, it becomes a great weakness.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, some people will say, like, this guy's really ripped, and then they'll stand next to, like, say, like a Dexter or Bonac, and they'll be like, I guess he wasn't as ripped as we thought. Or this guy's huge until he stand next to, like, a Ramy or Josh, and they're like, well, not as much. And everybody has, like, their strong points, but it's going to be who brings the conditioning. I mean, obviously the Arnold is, in my opinion, based on more conditioning, whereas the Olympia is a little bit different because the judges sit further away.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I've never heard that perspective before.
Well, think about it. I mean, you've been to the Olympia. The judges sit quite a ways away.
Yeah, like
because it's
20 rows back.
It's a lot bigger stage.
Yeah,
Whereas I've always seen the judges sit a lot closer.
Yeah.
And so their eye level is different. The parallax is different. Like everything is different. And it's a one-day comp too. So and whereas the Olympia, it's like, well, you got to have two versions of yourself to really nail it. I mean, obviously, in my opinion, it's between Ramy and Bonac. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Yep.
I think Bonac has somewhat of an advantage because he has been on that stage. He has been a winner there. The issue I have is if you're talking about Ramy, if he comes in, I mean, he's placed second to me.
2017, yeah.
You know, I've stood next to all these guys, and I'd be a little bit more concerned with Ramy than I would with anybody else. Then that doesn't mean that like Bonac can't destroy him because he has placed higher than Ramy. I don't like playing the conspiracy thing of like if this person comes in shape because we can only base on what we've seen.
Yeah.
So, you know, based on what I've seen, I feel that with Ramy being I would say in shape for the last year and a half. He didn't let himself go at all, even after his injuries. To me, he would be the person that would shock and awe the crowd more than anyone else. Cedric is great. He's won that show, but with this lineup, I just don't stand. I don't see him standing next to a Ramy, Bonac, Dexter. Those three guys, like. That's tough to beat.
Cedric always gets a good placing at the Arnold, though, even when.
But those guys are never there when he gets those placings.
He's never placed. I mean,
but they're not there.
First, second, third in the last 3 years.
I've
16, 17, 18, second, third, first, third, and he's been in good lineups.
But he didn't compete with no big names then.
He's never beat Dexter though, right? Never. He's never beat him.
No,
never beat Big Ramy either.
No.
He never beat Ramy. Never beat Bonac.
So he always seems to get a very good place. That's my point.
Yeah, well, I mean, I say good luck, gentlemen. I think I think everybody has a chance. I would, what call out I would probably like to see is the call out just with the big guys, like just with Josh, Cedric, and Ramy. I guess you can throw in Kuklo in there. You can. He'll be in shape.
Do you think Patrick could crack top 6?
Actually, I do, and that's why he's flying out to see the Jedi Master. Because I need to see what he's got going on, and
Obi-Wan.
And just so everybody knows, although he works with Aceto, I work with Hani. There's a respect.
Yeah.
So to Chris Aceto, I don't step on any toes with what you do. I'm just here to kick your boy's ass and kind of see what he's able to put up there. I do believe that he's made improvements. That he's already from the videos and the pictures he's already shared with me. But I'll have to see how the muscles move when we're training. But I think he brings the conditioning that some of these guys just don't, and he has younger muscle.
Yeah, but I've the photos I've seen. I mean, me and AJ disagree. I think he's definitely put size on since the Olympia. You think he looks exactly the same at this point out, don't you, compared to what we saw at the Olympia? But I do think he's bigger. I think he's put a little bit of size on.
I can tell you from what I've seen because I have the pictures in my phone. Is that his legs got better?
Yeah.
The teardrop increased in muscle density. He has those narrow hips, so anything that he can have flaring out is going to look twice the size, right?
Good abs.
Calves got better. Back got a little bit wider, and ultimately it comes down to just he can present his physique very well. I think that's why he did so well at the Olympia. He could have arguably placed a couple slots higher, but I think in this lineup, this is where he kind of can solidify like where he is in that top 10 in the world.